Morning everyone, it's Monday, so it's time for my Monday Mama musings. I am really scared of horror movies. That's me at 33. Oh, nearly 34. But as a kid, I loved reading books. I'd read a book every evening without fail from the second I learned how to. And this developed into a love for the Goosebumps series. Who can remember those? And then a love for Stephen King. Anything Stephen King, I wanted it, I bought it, I read it from cover to cover in the dark, didn't bother me. Watched all the horror films, that was like my go-to genre. We watching a movie tonight? Great, which horror film is it going to be? And then, guys, I got pregnant and had my first child. And now it's like, do not even mention the word. I won't even let my husband watch a scary film in the house, even if I'm asleep. I get scared over the smallest sound. I can't be in the dark, like switch the lights off, and I'm like running up the stairs like, no, don't get me. And I know that so many of you can relate to this because I've actually heard it, and I've had this conversation quite a few times with other mums. And so often the conversation is like, I don't know what's wrong with me, like why am I so scared all of a sudden? But here's the good news. Fear can be your friend, and this fear specifically is testament to your love, to your maternal love for your children. It's almost like it's preparing you for worst case scenario. Fear in general for anybody is initially there to protect you. It's your body's way of saying, watch out, we don't like this, get out of the way, there's danger, right? Now the problem is that part of our brain hasn't kind of caught up with society. Don't blame it. So now even when there's not an immediate obvious life or death threat in the area, we still get that feeling of fear. And it's based on that instinctual love, desire to protect our offspring. Now, what can you do about it right now? Obviously, we can joke and we can laugh about the fact that I can't watch scary films anymore, although I think I might push the boat out and try again soon. We can joke about that part, but if the fear is kind of getting in the way of you functioning daily and effectively, if it is stopping you from doing certain things, that's when you need to take a step back. And here's what you can do to get in front of the fear and not let it control the choices that you make. So first of all, understanding that fear is your friend, like I've explained, it's there to protect you. So when you do feel it, first of all, recognize in your body, try and get it before it can get you. So that's recognizing in your body the signals that, oh, there's that fear again. So for some people that can be, you can feel it like in the pit of your stomach. For other people, it's like a shortness of breath. And you know, that's very, fear and anxiety go hand in hand as well. And anxiety quite often is actually the root of that those anxious thoughts is fear. So trying to nip it in the bud, I want you to practice, just if this is your first time doing it, practicing just being self-aware of when, oh, that's fear. Because once you know it's coming, then you can implement how to get in front of it. So that's the foundation. Don't skip ahead, okay? Now, once you are able to recognize, oh, it's coming, that fear is on the way, that anxiety is coming, remind yourself that it is your friend and talk to it. I know that might sound a bit, but we talk to ourselves all day long, and quite often the things that we're saying to ourselves are not nice. Yeah, they're really mean things. So why don't we shift that narrative and use positive self-talk? And I'm going to do a whole other video on that negative self-criticism another time, but just related to this topic that we're on this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are, talk to your fear and thank it in whatever way, that makes sense to you. But like, hi fear, there you are again. Thank you so much for showing up, because I know that you want to protect me, and that is great. I'm so blessed to have you. Okay, so you've become aware of it, and now you've acknowledged it. And this is where the magic comes in. This is where you get to state the facts, and quite often the fear just kind of disappears, and then you can make a choice. Okay, so what you're going to, when I say that, what I mean is you're going to look around, you're going to be mindful, you're going to be aware. I was talking to a client last night, and I've heard this so many times. Like I said, you know, mindfulness is awareness. It's simply knowing what you're doing, paying attention to what you're doing. And she goes, oh, do you know what? Like, I had a completely different understanding. I thought it was about gratitude and meditation, and so many of us think that. But mindfulness, I wish more people called it awareness, because that's simply what it is. So in that fear, when you've recognized it and you've acknowledged it, then you're going to stick to the facts by becoming aware of what is actually going on in that moment. Okay, so the example that my client gave me last night was of, and I know you've probably all done this in your own way before, was of thinking about, okay, she said, you know, I see my child running, and automatically my head goes into this scenario, this future probably never going to happen scenario of her running and tripping and breaking her teeth, falling flat on her face. And that comes from fear. We can laugh it off, but this is a really good opportunity to go, oh, there it is. The facts are that she is running. The facts are that there are no obstacles in her path. The facts are that I'm right here to help her if she needs. The facts are that even if she does trip over and fall, she's not likely to fall flat on her face, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Another way that you can do this mindfulness, this awareness, is to simply stop and use all of your senses. Or if this is your first time practicing, using one sense at a time to say, you know what can I see right now? What's actually within my sights? Can I see that saber-toothed tiger that my fear is telling me to run away from? No? Oh, okay. What can I hear right now? What can I smell? What can I taste? What can I feel? Sticking to the facts, because what you're doing then, you're bringing all your awareness into the now. You have no mental space, no mental capacity left to pull you down that road of anxiety about the future and fears that are unfounded. So you're going to make friends with the fear. You're going to acknowledge it. You're going to notice it. You're going to make friends with it. You're going to acknowledge it, and you're going to get in front of it by using mindfulness. I'd love to hear if any of you can relate to this being scared all of a sudden when you became a mum. Please do let me know. You might have seen a minute ago the brightness dimmed on the film. I'm really excited because I got a brand new toy, my ring light. So that's what that was. But please, yeah, let me know in the comments if this, resonates with you at all. If you've got any funny fear stories, or if you actually have any questions about how to implement what I've spoken to you about today into your life. Otherwise, namaste, salam, have a beautiful day.